Good morning. It's been a minute since we did a video, so I thought I'd show you what things look like right now. We've done some work. We've moved the beehives. George has been working his butt off on this property. We both have. The inside still needs tons of work and renovation and clearing, but we're getting there. We're beginning to work on cabinets, and we have to rehang them. They are falling off the wall. I don't know how many of you remember, but when Dad died, I was here, and the property is mine, so we are trying to get it back to its former glory. Mom and Dad had it looking great years ago, and then they both got sick and couldn't do it, and they were trying to do it on their own. So I kind of wish I'd come home sooner to help, but I feel happy that I can at least do what we're doing now. But all this has cleared. There's our new hives. We got our bees next week, so we're excited about that. But look, this area, right down in here, you could not even get through. And look, it's clear to the road. There's our gully. We've had rain almost every night, so things are lush and green and gorgeous. This is going to be made into a sort of a canopy or cover for the bees. And then we've got our preferred trees. There's our forsythia. It didn't bloom well this year. It needs to be cut back. It's overgrown. Our honeysuckle, not sure if you can see it. The honeysuckle, well, hello, Night. The honeysuckle is blooming. There's our outdoor kitty. Yeah, she showed up looking pretty ragged in our polar vortex in January, and I couldn't handle letting a cat be sick or whatever. So I began feeding her even though I was sick, and she has become our outdoor best buddy. She sees us outside, and boy, she's right there. Some more of our honeysuckle. It grows way up. We've got some up in the top of the trees that we're trying to pull the vines out of. So we have forage for our bees. We have gooseberries. We have grapes. Our roses are coming back after we cut them back. They were so overgrown. They just weren't blooming and doing anything but really, I mean, they were blooming, but not like they should. We're putting foliage out, and they all look like this. And they got so overgrown, they just couldn't grow beautifully. These have got buds on them, but not like they used to have. And we've cleared out all of this. There was an old telephone pole that laid right across there, and he's drug that out. So here is the other end of our walkthrough. It needs to be weed eated or whatever, but we can get them side by side down it, so that's what matters. Here's where we cut the grapes out, and as you can see, they're coming back. We'd like to clear out down that way. That's in the works. That'll be in the future. But we've got lots of elderberry bushes, grapevines I planted some honeyberry bushes the other day. Here's grapes coming back. We'll be putting those on trellises, but we've lost some trees this year. The birch tree used to have 4 trunks on it, and I came out the other day and one of them was laying down in the ground. The other one we had to take out last year because it broke. But so this area has all been, the underbrush has been cut down, and we are going to turn all this area into edible landscape. This is from our mimosa bushes, mimosa trees. They're coming back. Here's my honeyberries that I planted the other day, and they are, from what I understand, they taste like a cross of blueberry and raspberry. So this tree needs some work done. It's got some dead on it that needs to come off. But it's a gorgeous day here, and I just wanted to share some of what we've done. This tree is leaning and probably will come down, and we'll put a new birch tree in because Mama loved her birch trees, and the storm killed it, fire killed it. So we have a redbud tree growing up by the house we need to move, but Mama's peonies are coming into bloom. Her irises are blooming. She always loved irises and peonies, and a lot of these came from neighbors that we had. Her clematis is blooming, and I would like to take this section over here, and our hummingbirds love this. They have been here just really getting the nectar out of it. They love those plants. But I'd like to turn this area into, instead of junk growing up, those we would leave, but the trees and stuff, they were never there before. And I would like to put lilacs there because I can get some lilacs, and we'd like to put them there. And of course, Mama's lily garden, and she has more iris back there. And let's see, we have a gooseberry bush growing up, or did last year, growing up out of this stump. Okay, we don't have any new growth on it, but it's pliable, so maybe it just hasn't come back yet. But we've got, what in the world is that? Something dug something up. But we've got all of this, yet we love our red buds. And we have crab apples, although the only thing that eats these are birds. They're so tiny, see? They don't ever get much bigger than that. They're not usable for much, but they're good for birds, so we leave it. We have grapevines over here coming up too, over under that other one. The power company came through, and there's some grapes coming up over here. The power company came through and did a mulching. The outbuilding, we were shocked by what they saw there. They found all kinds of stuff behind this outbuilding. Dad had 7 outbuildings, and they're all full. Some with numerous rooms, and they're full too. But they came through and mulched all this down. because they needed it to get to the clear that under the lines. And we found metal and wood and, oh, let's see, what else did we find? Car parts, another telephone pole, more metal, broken glass. I think that's from like a windshield. Frames, trailer frames, car frames. But they came through and mulched all this. They'll come back and remulch it smaller and do a little more clearing in here. But this is what they've done now. So we can, for the first time, oh, and they found piles of bricks and blocks and all kinds of things. But this is the first time that we have been, oh, somebody's been up here drinking beer, have been able to, Lord have mercy, get to our east driveway. So there's the look through. And you have now seen where we stand. There's the end of the driveway. So this driveway we haven't used. The neighbors have used it. They've got a big building up here at the end, and they've used it for as long as we've owned the property. They have a right-of-way through our driveway. And the property line cuts through part of the driveway further up. But anyway, just thought y'all might like an update. See, they mulched up in here, and they'll come back and get some of this. These vines, they are choking out the trees big time. Last year, George hooked some of them like that to Miracle, and he was pulling them out 2 trees at a time. They were so long, but the trees are growing great this year and doing well. So I think they are enjoying the freedom to grow again. But see how all the vines go up. It's a gorgeous day here, people. By the way, we have reached 19 subscribers. And considering we don't do much videoing, I think that's pretty cool. And I want you to know that we appreciate each and every one of you. And I am going to try to do better about getting more videos out. Here's one. Mama and I used to have a garden in this, over on the east side of the property. And I don't know what all's in there now, but I'd like to clean it back out and make it another garden. So we have lots of plans. It's just a matter of time and money to be able to do what we need to do. So I just thought I'd take you on a little tour and let you see what is going on around here. Thank you so much for visiting and taking a morning walk with me. I enjoy going out on my morning walk and seeing everything. We buried my Iroquois here, and I can't walk past it without stopping to see him. He was such a good dog. So I'm going to plant wildflowers, I think, here. I bought some Kansas native wildflowers from Kansas the other day, so I may put some of them there. But Mama's bulb garden. And like I said, we've had lots of rain, so everything looks all lush and green and growing. Only problem is then you got to mow more often. But lots of Virginia creeper. I need to get in there and get that Virginia creeper out. And so just wanted you to see what we've got and what we've done and how beautiful everything is here today. Thank you so much for joining us. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be blessed.